said, son, you'll remember this day for the rest of your life. I think he's right. Mom said, now you've got something new to write about tonight. I think she's right. I paid my dues and waited my turn, and the rest of my life starts today. Put in the work and now I can finally say that everything is gonna be okay. Damn, it feels good to say that everything is gonna be okay. Yeah, yeah. Welcome to the good life, but don't forget, don't ever get complacent. Remember what got you here and keep at it. Oh, the sky is the limit, 'cause you paid your dues and waited your turn, and the rest of your life starts today. Put in the work and now you can finally say that everything is gonna be okay. Don't it feel good to say that everything is gonna be okay? Baby, I'm a man of my word. I told you I'd come back prepared to give you the world. Oh, I always thought that we belonged together, but I surrender. I surrender. 'Cause I paid my dues and waited my turn, and the rest of my life starts today. Put in the work and now I can finally say that everything is gonna be okay. And damn, it feels good to say that everything is gonna be okay. With or without you, I am gonna be okay.
So, is it your first time in the lagoon?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so
It's good to
Thank you.
Good.
it goes beyond our little brains. All is lost. Could you believe me? I turned away just as the lines beyond my shadow hesitates. All is lost. Is that such a bad thing? I let it go and watch as the world turns without my officious way. Between ending, you'll find me here. Inside your chest, beyond compare. After your fall, before your rise. Before your death, after all time. They say get rich so I can buy all that I want, but I've got all the smiles that I need. They say get famous so everyone will know me, but that sounds like a movie I don't want to see. They say get smart so I can solve any problem, as if they'll all go away. They say go hard, but I'm a softie deep inside, and I don't feel like hiding anymore. They say be nice, but I'd rather be kind and be there for those who are in need. They say you gotta think twice. Maybe we should think a little more about how we treat the world that we call home. They say settle down, but I ain't one for settling, so I'll just keep on chasing my dreams. They say grow up, as if it's a given, but I ain't taking those pills anymore. No. Ooh, got a joy that's overflowing. They say don't give it away, but I'll do it anyway. They say get real, but when the truth isn't valued, no one really knows how to feel. That's how it is, and that's how it's always been. But what about how it could be? Enough is enough. There's new voices talking, and those are the ones that I want to hear. And they say too much, but I know why, so I don't listen to them anymore.
거의 괜찮잖아요.
Nothing is as it has been, and I, for one, am tired. 27 years of life, and all we have is left behind. At 13 years, I was so scared that you would find I was getting high. You deemed me worthy when the story now it's us versus them. When your heart breaks, my heart breaks in two. And when you're tired, I'll talk the whole night through. The truth got heavy, you held me steady. You brought it with you everywhere. 14 and I lost my mind. Too much, they were scared I'd die. Protect each other like good brothers do. I try to be brave like you, or would it be the same if we both That's it.
Raspberry croissant.
Joni.
Tony?
D-J-O-N-E-Y. Oh, Jonesy. The Jonesy.
Jonesy. They got a whole
Någon finns han ganska...
After all this hits, they have won. I would not call it with swag. Place another bed on the sun. I get my fingers wet, count to 10. Yeah,
Foggy mornings are where I begin. Conversations I can never win, but it's not a competition. Though if it was, I'm losing. Foggy mornings with indie bands, singing loudly as I pull in where I am tired again. 'Cause I am always losing. It's not hard to say I love you, it's only hard with you. It would be so simple if you didn't love her too. But I got foggy mornings to wake me up. On days you treat me like I'm not enough. Well, there are songs that listen and know just how I'm feeling. 'Cause it's not hard to say I love you, it's only hard with you. It would be so simple if you
We're
didn't
on top of
love
all of your
her
layers, so don't hide it anywhere underneath.
You'd say I love you. Say I love you if it was true.
Actually, time when we see a lot of changes, and it's shocking sometimes how fast this. On the surface is just this first layer of ice that's been already baked by. Sometimes, but in summer we need to be really careful because when it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. The water diver is so blue and so nice, and it's this blue guy. I'll take it in a second. Relatively flat. Of course, there are these moulins. We need to be careful. Ice is a little bit wavy right now because it's south. I mean, maybe not. It was different. You can find some nice caves, but of course.
Fathom, I have watched my best friend swim. Around him, walls seem to be closing in. Keep your head up. Don't let it fall below. That's what I'd tell him if he could come home. Fathom, afraid that everything will go. My goal, I found a girl I could call home. Scared that I don't have it in me. I know you'd tell me not to fuck it up. You're unprecedented, and I regret that we never talked. So when October rolls around, I watch my emotions for they bubble over, chasing four-leaf clovers. We used to walk along the meadow. You were pretty, it felt so serene. And it's a few years later now, but that feeling is still stuck with me. Water's frozen over by the lakeside, down by the boathouse. And I can't help feeling scared, 'cause I know we'll never get that time again. We used to drive out to the farm and play around, make up till your hair was gray. I still pretend it feels the same. Remember, we stay up on Saturdays, drinking cheap wine from Pick and Pay without you. Now the time is strange, time is strange.
Poko. Wala.
We used to walk along the meadow. You were pretty, it felt so serene. And it's a few years later now, but that feeling is still
amazing อ่ะ
อืม Thank you
yeah
อืม